You guys, this apartment is so nice, I don't even want to renovate it. Welcome back to Love It or List It. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Love It or List It, the series on my channel where I renovate all of the apartments in San Myshuno using only the base game and the City Living expansion pack, and I also give myself a very strict budget, and we also try and reuse all of the furniture that the apartment comes with. So, my name is Ashley for those of you who have not met me yet, and I make Sims 4 videos on my channel, so you should go check them all out if you have not already. So today is actually the second last episode of Season 2 of Love It or List It. I cannot believe that it went by so fast. It feels like just yesterday we started episode 1 of Season 2 and now we are almost done with Season 2. So it also means that we're almost done with renovating all of the apartments in San Myshuno. So you guys have to let me know in the comments down below what you think I should renovate next. So today's episode is super exciting because we will be tackling a brand new apartment complex that we have never renovated before. So if you guys enjoy Love It or List It and want me to continue the series, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so I know that you guys like these videos. And don't forget to comment down below, what world should we move to next? Should we go to Brindleton Bay? Should we go to Del Sol Valley? I don't know, you guys have to let me know. But I'm really excited to get started, so let's go check out today's apartment. Okay, so today we are returning back to the luxurious neighborhood of Uptown, and I just love all of the apartments in this neighborhood because they're all just so big and luxurious and modern, and I just love it. But they're also super expensive. So today we are going to be renovating the Landgraab apartment complex. So this apartment complex has 2 apartments in it, and both of them are like 2 floors, multi-story apartments, so they're a little bit more interesting, a little bit more difficult to renovate. So today we are going to be renovating IX Landgraab. So that's Roman numerals, so I guess that would be 9 Landgraab. They're just trying to be a little fancy schmancy, so they use Roman numerals for some reason. So we are going to be starting out with this apartment today. So this apartment is a 1-bedroom and 2-bathroom apartment, and the weekly rent is 3,750 simoleons per week. So it's definitely not a cheap apartment, you guys. This is very luxurious as expected, and I'm so excited to get started. So let's jump into the tour right away, you guys. Okay, so right when we walk in, I can tell that it's a little bit dark, so that's not really any surprise to us by now. So let's check out this little bathroom on the right here. So this bathroom is very bright, very white, it's very big, and there's a massive window there, so definitely a lot of natural light coming in here. I definitely like everything about this bathroom. No real complaints about bathrooms ever. I feel like in the future I'm not even going to bother touring the bathrooms because every single time it's kind of the same thing. So this bathroom definitely gets a thumbs up from me though. So when we walk down the hallway a little bit further, we can see it kind of branches off into 2 areas, and there's some nice paintings on the wall there. So to the right here is the kitchen. So this kitchen is very big and it's very modern looking. So those countertops are very modern looking, and I enjoy how there's a bar. There's also a lot of counter space, and those are really nice kitchen appliances like those stoves and that fridge. Super nice. I love that. I definitely think that we can reuse that, and I think that a double stove is the epitome of a luxury kitchen. I also love how open concept this is. We have the island and the bar that kind of separates the kitchen, and then it flows right into the dining room, which I love. So this dining table is really nice, it's really big, so it can fit a lot of people, and it's right by the window, so you can kind of see and enjoy the beautiful view while you're entertaining and while you're eating dinner. So I really love that, and I think we can definitely reuse everything here. So if we go past the dining room here and kind of around the corner, we can see here is where the living room is, and look at how beautiful those kind of floor to ceiling windows are. So it goes all the way up to the 2nd floor, as you can see, so you have this beautiful room with tons of natural light. So I am honestly obsessed with this room. So it's a pretty simple living room, again pretty modern looking, just your basic necessities like a couch and a coffee table and a really big TV. So I definitely like this room. I can definitely see us reusing most of the stuff here. I'm not sure how I feel about that couch. It's maybe a little bit too modern for me. It's a little bit too kind of out there. I prefer maybe a little bit more of a homey couch, because in my opinion those kind of cool looking couches aren't actually very comfortable in real life. They just look cool, but if you actually want to like lie on it and sit on it, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. So if we walk further into this corner here, we have this little nook here where there is a kind of sitting area and also a little shared office. So I really like this area. I think that it's a good use of the space, and I just really like this area. I give this area a thumbs up. And then as you can see here, the living room kind of wraps around to the front entrance, so you can kind of enter the living room from either the kitchen or this hallway here. So the upstairs is kind of cool because it doesn't take up the entirety of the upstairs, so it's kind of open like this, so you can see over and down to the living room, and you can also see those beautiful windows and all that natural light. So let's check out the one and only bedroom here. So this is a really nice bedroom. Honestly, this is really bright, really white, and it just feels really fresh and big, and I honestly really like this bedroom. I don't have many complaints. Obviously, it's a little bit sparse, but of the bedrooms we've seen in past episodes, I honestly can't really complain much about this one because they kept it pretty neutral, and neutral is safe in my opinion, so I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. Since there is only one bedroom, there's an ensuite here, so here's the ensuite. Again, no real complaints. It is way too dark in here, but you know, are we even surprised at this point? So I'm definitely going to try and reuse all of that bathroom furniture. So if we go down the hallway, there's another room here. So we already have an office downstairs, so it's kind of interesting how there's another one up here. So I think during the renovation, I want to maybe make this into a bedroom or try and use this space to make another bedroom somehow. So that's it for this apartment tour. We have seen the entire thing, and honestly, you guys, this apartment is really nice. I really like the layout. I think the layout definitely makes sense. I don't really see much I want to change about it, and I also really like all of the furniture. There was nothing that was really weird. Everything was pretty nice and pretty modern and pretty tasteful, so that kind of scares me a little bit because in Love It or List It, I'm supposed to fix up these apartments, but this apartment doesn't need much fixing at all. So if I'm gonna renovate this apartment, I need the after to look better than the before, and I'm not sure I can do that, you guys. So there are some changes I do want to make to this apartment, however, and one of them is to add more bedrooms. I think I want to add at least 1 or 2 more bedrooms to this apartment. However, design-wise, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do because it's pretty nice, you guys. I hope you guys agree that it's pretty nice. Like, I'm gonna try and make it look completely different. So I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I can guarantee you after this, it's not gonna look ultra modern and it's not gonna look monochromatic. So that's all I can really say. And of course, I'm gonna have to give myself a budget to renovate this. So the budget I'm gonna give myself to completely transform this apartment is 30,000 simoleons. So I think that's a pretty fair budget. I mean, it is on the larger side, however, this apartment is pretty big. It's pretty big and luxurious, so I think we can afford a little bit of a bigger budget. So I really don't know what exactly I'm gonna do, but wish me luck, you guys. Let's get started on today's renovation. Okay, you guys, so this apartment renovation was so much fun. It was definitely one of the more challenging ones because, like I said, the apartment before was already pretty nice, and I didn't want my renovated version to even slightly resemble the original one, so I wanted to give it a completely different vibe. It was very ultra modern before, and as you can see, I give it a completely new identity, and I think it looks so cool. I've never done anything like this before, and I know the renovation just started, so you can't even see kind of what I'm talking about, but you will see, trust me, you will see. I also think I gave myself a little bit too much money because I actually didn't even need all of that money that I gave myself. I did not need 30,000 simoleons. I think I could have gotten by with like 25,000 simoleons or even less. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember. But yeah, I definitely accomplished this with less than 30,000 simoleons. So I think that's really impressive in my humble opinion. So yeah, I think that this was so much fun. So I don't want to talk about the build too much because I don't want to spoil what is going to happen if you haven't seen it on screen yet, but I can tell you that I do add some extra bedrooms and bathrooms to make this into a more family-oriented apartment instead of an apartment that only fits a couple. So I think that this apartment is definitely a little bit more playable now for you guys. So if you want to put this into your own game and play it with one of your families, I think it's a little bit easier to play in now, so you're welcome. So I'm so sad that this is the second last episode of Love It or List It Season 2, and don't worry, you guys, I think we are going to be continuing this series on to other worlds and stuff like that. I'm just not sure which world to start with, and I know that there are still a couple other lots in San Myshuno that I haven't renovated yet, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do those ones or not, or just move on to another world and come back to them. I just kind of want to change things up a bit, and I also kind of want to start using other packs, because right now I'm kind of focused on renovating with the base game and city living. However, if I decide to, say, renovate Brindleton Bay, then I will get to use the Cats and Dogs expansion pack, so I think that will kind of change up my design style a little bit because I'll be using furniture pieces from other packs, and I think that'll be a little bit fun. So let me know what you guys think of that, and of course leave your comments down below on what world you want me to renovate next, and also kind of, do you want me to pack restrict, or do you guys want me to use all the packs? Just let me know what you think would be the most fun to watch. But like I said, I don't want to talk too much about the build because a lot of it hasn't happened yet. But what I do want to comment on is the fact that I kind of kept the layout the same because, like I said during the tour, I really liked the layout. I think the layout made a lot of sense. So I kind of kept the essence of the layout the same. However, I kind of opened it up a little bit more. So there was that wall that was dividing up the living room before, but I did knock down that wall to kind of open it up even more to make it a large, huge, open concept apartment. So this apartment is definitely very suitable for entertaining still. I kept that massive dining table, I kept the bar, so it's definitely a place where you can invite a lot of Sims over and have a super fun time. And I think if my Sim save ever makes enough money, I definitely want to move into this apartment because this is honestly one of my favorite apartments that I've ever renovated, and I hope you guys feel the same way. So like I said before, I wanted this apartment to be completely unrecognizable from the previous apartment, which was super ultra modern. So in order to do that, I kind of went with this kind of theme of trees and plants. So you'll see me later, but I put a lot of plants into this apartment. And the idea I had in my brain was I wanted it to feel kind of like an outdoors but indoors kind of feel, if that makes sense. So there's no balcony in this apartment, which is kind of disappointing, but I kind of wanted to feel like when you're in this apartment, you're kind of outdoors. So I put those trees in the apartment. You'll see me do that later, and I just put plants everywhere. Like, they're honestly everywhere, and I just kind of went with it. I took the tree idea and the plant idea and I just took it way too far, in a good way, in my opinion at least. So I put trees and plants everywhere, and it just kind of looks like this outdoor indoor kind of feel. So in my opinion, I think that the new apartment looks nothing like the old apartment, so mission accomplished for me. And yeah, I think that it definitely has a lot more personality and a lot more character, and it feels really warm and welcoming and lived in, rather than before the apartment kind of felt like no one ever lived there. It was just kind of empty, and it was super nice, but it didn't seem like anyone lived there. So let me know if you guys agree with me, and let me know if you guys like this apartment. Don't forget to vote in the poll at the end of the video whether or not we should love or list this apartment. I definitely like seeing what you guys think of these renovations, so don't forget to do that. And also don't forget to comment down below whether or not we should love or list this apartment. So I think that's all I really want to say in today's intro. I'll talk a little bit more about the build and tell a little story in my voiceover. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's renovation. Hello everybody, and welcome to the voiceover section of this video. So first and foremost, before I get started on the voiceover, I am having a giveaway at the moment. I am giving away a lot of expansion packs, including the new Get Famous one. So if you want to enter, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below, whatever you want. You can comment whether or not you like this renovation, or comment how your day is going. It doesn't matter, just leave a comment down below so I can count that as an entry. And then you can also check out the original giveaway video for more details on how to enter on that video and how to enter on all of my other Love It or List It episodes. So you can enter multiple times and all that good stuff. So definitely, if you don't know about my giveaway, go check that out after this video. So now that that is out of the way, let's get to talking about the build. So as you can see, I'm kind of working on kind of various parts of the apartment. I kind of jump around from room to room throughout this renovation because I'm kind of trying to distribute all of the furniture that the apartment came with into each room, and kind of deciding where I want to put it, because like you guys saw in the tour, this apartment did come with a lot of good furniture that I actually liked. So I'm just kind of deciding where I want to put it. So as you can see, I did end up making this into a 3-bedroom home. So there are 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms total. I unfortunately wasn't able to get an ensuite in the master bedroom, and you kind of can't really tell which one is the master bedroom. I suppose the very first bedroom, the kind of gray one directly at the top of the staircase, is the master bedroom, or at least that's kind of what I intended, because there's like a desk and there's like a TV. You'll see I put it at the very end. But also the far bedroom in the corner could also be the master. So I don't know, they're all pretty nice sizable bedrooms. They all have double or queen size beds, so that's very good. And yeah, I'm really happy with the fact that we can fit way more Sims in this apartment now, because before it was kind of like a waste of space, in my opinion, only having one bedroom. So I definitely accomplished that. So as you can see, we are kind of jumping to the main floor and furnishing that a little bit. This renovation is like very jumpy and all over the place, like just classic me, not really doing this in any particular order. I ended up replacing the kitchen counters. It came with those really beautiful black kind of basic modern looking countertops and cabinets, but I decided I wanted to use these white ones instead because I feel like it fit the new vibe I was going for a little bit better. I feel like if I used those same black countertops, it would just kind of like look too similar to what the old kitchen looked like, and I wanted to make it look very different. So I went for these basic kind of nice homey looking white countertops and cabinets, which I love. They're like my favorite countertops and cabinets in the whole game. I use them in like all of my builds. It's like my go-to. So I think that these definitely help change the kitchen to look pretty different. Like, it doesn't look super basic and modern anymore. It definitely has a little bit more character, which is what I was going for. But the kitchen is more or less in the same spot, and then I kind of have the dining room in the same spot too, because I did like the location of the dining room. It was nice and close to the window, and it flows nicely from the kitchen, and it's just in a generally good space for like entertaining and stuff like that. But I just kind of knocked down the wall that separates it to the living room, so now you can kind of just see all the way to the living room, because I felt like it was kind of a waste to put a wall there, because then you couldn't see all the way to those huge floor-to-ceiling windows. So now that you can kind of see through the whole apartment, you can see the view at all angles of the main floor, which I think is super important. But you do see I kind of place that bar in the middle of those brick pillars, and I kind of just put that there kind of like for fun, as if like this apartment or the people who live in this apartment just have so many parties, so they need to have like a bar right there for people to get their drinks when they come over for their parties and stuff like that. So I thought that was just kind of like a fun touch, and because realistically, if you had like a house, you wouldn't have like a bar in the middle of your house, because it's not like a nightclub, right? It's your home. But I feel like people who live here are very wealthy, and they want like a bar in an accessible location for their guests to get their drinks and stuff. So I thought that was kind of fun. Okay, right here is kind of like the turning point for my renovation of this apartment. It's when I discovered that I wanted to kind of go with the trees idea, because I already had that kind of outdoor-indoor balcony coming off of that third bedroom, which I think is kind of cool. Let me know down below what you think of that. It's kind of like a weird concept. Like, you wouldn't really see that in an apartment, I don't think, like an indoor balcony out of your room when it's just like indoors. If you guys know what I mean, you see it on screen. But I feel like it kind of just went with the whole outdoor indoor theme, and then I put those trees down, and then I just like snapped, you guys. I was like, okay, we're doing this. We're doing the tree and the plant thing. Like, we're going all out with this. And then you can see shortly after I place those trees down, I start to place many, many more plants throughout the build. I even use the kind of leafy looking wallpaper in the bedrooms. So I go all out with the whole plants indoors, trees indoors, outdoor, indoor balcony kind of thing. Like, I just kind of take it to the next level, because I really wanted this apartment to have a lot of personality, and I wanted it to look really different and kind of out there. So I feel like that moment where I put the trees in, I was like, okay, like, we're doing this. This is happening. So this apartment especially, I want you guys to let me know what you think of it, either in the poll or in the comments down below. Let me know if you would love or list this apartment and why. I can definitely see how this might not be everyone's style, but I definitely think that it's different and it's super fun, and I actually really like it. I think that the color scheme is quite neutral and nice, but it contrasts well against the kind of brown brick and then the pops of foresty leafy green everywhere. I think that it honestly looks pretty pleasing. It looks pretty like zen and relaxing. So I don't know, I'm a huge fan of it, but definitely let me know whether or not we should love or list this apartment, because this one is like none of the other ones I've ever done before. And as you can see, I did end up going with kind of like brick wall coverings and brick pillars in this apartment. So you guys know I wanted to make this apartment look really different, and it was super ultra modern before, so I figured the only way I could really make it look super different is if I go with something crazy on the walls like a brick, because that completely flips the vibe from like an ultra modern to kind of like an industrial kind of look, and I feel like it definitely is consistent with the vibe of like outdoors but indoors type of thing. So I feel like the exposed brick definitely kind of adds to that feel. So at first I had the brick only on the columns as you saw earlier, but then I eventually kind of moved it towards the entire apartment, and I kind of really like it. I'm kind of living for it, you guys. I don't really use like red or that brownish red brick very often in my builds, but lately in my past couple renovations I've used it like once or twice, so I've really been loving it. I think that it makes the apartment look so cool. Well, that concludes our renovation today of 9 Landgraab apartments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below whether or not we should love or list this apartment. And if this is our first time meeting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends or if you want to see more weekly Sims 4 renovation videos. I upload these videos once per week at the same time every week, so I will see you guys all next week. Bye everybody!